350. And remember, the leader of the B group's on 355, so he'll actually only go into third place behind the Finn and the Lithuanian from earlier today.
Well, I was just looking at the weights that Chernyshov originally posted. He posted 190 to start on the clean and jerk. He's brought it down to 185, so indication that something hasn't gone quite to plan in the warm-up room. Not much wrong with the clean, albeit slightly lacking leg drive. Bar to arm's length, but hips behind the bar. That's going to throw the bar slightly forwards, tempting a Superman impression. No lift. It's tough now. He's got 2 minutes only to recover.
He is the lightest man of all of the 7 in the A group, 92.4, 1.6 kilograms down on what is the limit. So obviously not having to cut weight at all. If anything, probably having to eat big just to stay up in this category.
Yeah, it's a little too light maybe for any weight category to be over, well, 1.5 kilos underweight. You're giving away that kind of advantage. You're basically giving away that amount of muscle mass, and then you compare that to Adrian Zielinski, who's had to obviously cut to make weight. He's weighed in on the nail, 94.0. He is obviously maximising every ounce of weight that he can, and to good effect.
Chernyshov comes out for 185 again. Next athlete we expect out. Oh, and it's just come up. Zygimantas Stanislas of Lithuania, it appears, has pulled out of the whole competition. He bombed in the snatch. I'm afraid he's out in the clean and jerk as well, due to injury.
That looked like a harder clean. Not surprisingly so, after only having 2 minutes to recover. Well, he really does need to go and compose himself. You can see just how much that's taken out of him. And this is where it really is tough as a lifter, when you're absolutely on your limit. Your heart rate goes from maybe 80 beats per minute, sat waiting anxiously in the warm-up room, to suddenly straight up to 200 in that one effort.
Yeah, because it's not like snatch. Snatch is virtually over in 1 second. A good battle in the clean and jerk can last 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. You're there, it's on your windpipe. Watch somebody walk down the stairs there. He had to put his hands on the wall. He's obviously feeling a bit faint. And, well, where can he go? Even if he goes up a kilogram, he has to go up all the way to 193 to pull in the next lifter on their opener, because Leho Pent has posted 193. So too Ervis Tabaku of Albania.
Well, the coach doing everything they can to try and get some oxygen in, but I mean, we didn't see the clock come up on, you know, on the caption there. It's difficult to see the clock from where we are, so, you know, if I were advising him now, I wouldn't send him out until maybe 30 seconds left, because he's not a lifter that takes too long to prepare and get ready. I'd be maximising every second off the platform, and at this point now I'd say, right, come on your feet, just to get the blood flowing, get the blood moving. But he's going to be breathing heavily still when he goes onto the platform now for his third attempt. This is going to take a really gutsy effort.
Well, having had 2 fails, 2 big struggles, you certainly wouldn't fancy his chances. It's because he has to follow himself directly. Maybe if there was another lifter or 2 in between, he could get 4 or 5 minutes of rest. This is a big ask here for Chernyshov of Ukraine. If he doesn't get this, he bombs out of the clean and jerk. He will not get a total.
Well, he knows exactly how long he's got. There's a clock on the platform that he can see. You can see how heavily he's breathing. That's a 30-second buzzer. He's still got 30 seconds. I don't understand why he doesn't take another 20. Recover, feet need to be in line. Doesn't matter that he's facing a different direction.
Well done, really well done. Chernyshov hits 185. I think it's fair to say against all the odds. And he looks absolutely shattered. 350 kilograms is his total. It's down on the men from the B group earlier, who are a 3.55 and 5.3, but at least he gets a total. There were 6 more men to join the party, as it were. At worst, then, he'll finish 9th overall in the European Championships. Well, when you consider he was 4th last year, not exactly a great result. So, Aras Tabakou coming in for 193. You can see that'll take him up to 359. If you look at the golden graphic there, which will take him to rank number 1. And that's well ahead of those who went earlier in the B group. Tabakou snatched 166. It's 193. We're still looking at the likes of the Zelensky brothers doing their opener at 205. So still a good way away from the very best to join in.
Well, he may have looked a little wobbly underneath that jerk, but actually I think the position was fairly good. Had to recover back foot all the way. So if we watch when he lands in the split position on the jerk, ideally you want the front foot to move back foot to move forwards. You can't see it. Great.
I appreciate it.
Watch from this angle, and that's fine. See, he has to move back foot all the way. That puts the lower back under some strain.
Our television director, David Goldstrom, is no doubt listening. Thank you, David. And, well, this big man is going to be coming out next. It is Vasil Gospodinov of Bulgaria. 195, his opener. Look how tall he is. He's very rangy. Nothing like headbutting a wall to get yourself fired up.
Well, I've seen some tactics before, but never headbutting a wall. Hey, no sense, no feeling. He just wants that bit of adrenaline, which he's seeking.
Well, weightlifting is the ultimate explosive sport. It is who is the fastest man in the world over 1 second, basically. That's what it's all about. Who can recruit all of those muscle fibers, get this weight firing overhead. 195 kilograms. Did 3 out of 3 in the snatch to finish with the silver medal on 174.
Well, for such a tall man, that is a long, long way for that bar to travel. He did everything he could to try and give himself as much advantage as possible by moving the hands out as wide as possible on the jerk.
He actually cleaned it with pretty wide arms as well. I mean, you see a lot of athletes when it's right close to their limit, they have to bring the hands in, don't they, just to get a better pulling position and then adjust once it's up at the standing point, but not him.
It's so hard to get your elbows high enough with your hands wide to stand up with a clean. It often pulls you forwards.
Leho Pent. .158 in the snatch. It's 197. He's a good clean and jerker, Leho Pent. 196 actually is his personal best, so he's going to be an even bay by a kilogram. Things must have gone well in the warm-up room. He posted 193 earlier on today, but here we are, 4 kilos up on that. Still waiting for the Zielinski brothers to join in. They're the only 2 missing now. The Lithuanian has pulled out with injury.
sparkiest of lifters that we've seen compete over the past week, but he's a strong man, working hard all the way through. Not happy with something there, lower back giving him a spot of bother.
Yeah, he's put a kilogram onto his personal best, but grimacing on the way off the stage there. It's an awful long time just to lift the bar. Some athletes really stay in that set position for ages. You could hear him almost hyperventilating there.
Well, it's, every athlete has their own way, but that he did seem to have taken in a bit too much oxygen.
Yeah, it almost looked like he was sitting in the Roman chair. That was always my thought for athletes who sat down there too long. You're just tiring yourself out. Now, you can see the Zielinski brothers down the bottom there. They're the ones to have your eyes on. They are still to come into this contest. Ervis Tabakou on 198, having hit 193 in his opener. A 166 snatch. So this will take him up to 364. But he'll still be behind the Bulgarian in the overall.
Oh, not got the legs for that one today.
Yeah, what do you do about that one? I guess try and bounce out the bottom a little harder.
Back to the gym and back on the squats, I think. There's not much you can do if you just don't have the strength. I mean, he got himself under it. Caught the bounce okay. Simply not strong enough.
Yeah, the sticking point was just quad power there, wasn't it? Look at this again. Bounces out the bottom beautifully. Brave under the bar.
More squats.
More squats, I don't know, stick a belt on.
There's not much he's going to be able to do today. You know, he may just maybe try and come out more aggressively. If I was coaching him now, I'd be saying, come on, hit that bottom, drive out. But not much, you know, other than that, he did that. No. It's not like he miscaught it, mistimed it or anything.
A few Gospodinov headbutts against the wall to get him going as it's necessary, I think.
Maybe a slap somewhere. You see there, Chernyshov obviously struggling with a shoulder injury. Hey, the competition's done now. He can go away and recover, give himself a couple of weeks downtime, do whatever's needed to rehab that shoulder properly.
That's right. He's hit his 185, luckily, in that final clean and jerk. Sits sixth overall. It's still Gospodinov, the Bulgarian, who leads, and Tabakou, who is in second, coming out for 198 again, which would put him into the lead of... actually, it wouldn't put him into the lead of the clean and jerk, because the man from the B group, the Finn, did 201.
Well, he did mistime that one. You've got to know when you're at a limit, and I think that was it today. He'll come back stronger next time.
It's interesting to know exactly how much he could front squat in the gym.
Probably not much more than 200. He'll probably get 210, maybe 220, but by the looks of the way this was, I remember the first time I ever clean and jerked, or ever cleaned 100, my best front squat was only 100. Usually there's a good 20, 30 kilos more, but I don't think he's got that much more there.
Wow, this man looks like he could run through walls. Vasil Gospodinov of Bulgaria, 201 kilograms, loving the stage. 3 out of 3 in the snatch. If you were to get this, you go from 195 to 201 in the clean and jerk. That would match the Finn and Taroiko from earlier today in the B group. But he's slightly heavier, so he won't have the lead of the clean and jerk here, Gospodinov.
Equal to his personal best. That was a big effort. He's got that. I'm not sure how many more kilos there are there today. He had to work super hard to stand with that clean. Stay focused, stay composed.
Picks up that really wide grip, but he holds it so that his long arms, as he jerks it overhead here, are that bit wider out. Doesn't have to travel quite so far. He's worth...